my knees. I have been sitting down and my knees, I don't know if I can stand up. Besties, I completed week 1. Week 1 is done and I am super duper proud of myself because many times throughout this Pilates sessions, I didn't know if I was going to show up because I would wake up feeling like I was just ran over by a truck. My body was super sore and I questioned if I should show up and give myself that time to relax. And I am very proud of myself because I did manage to show up for myself, and I hope to motivate you to start and give you some reasons on why I have started Pilates, what I have learned from Pilates, and what you actually need. But I do want to preface that you don't need any of these items. You can just start. Just make sure you have something cushiony or not, but you may take tumbles and your knees may hurt if you don't. So just a heads up, get yourself a rug. So let me give you a quick rundown of what I actually used from my Five Below haul. My weights, my 3-pound babies, I did use those a lot. There was many intense workouts where we were moving back and forth. You want to make sure that you use weights that are going to allow you to move for a long periods of time and to move in a fluid way. Because if I selected a 5-pounder, I don't know how that would have held. I don't think I could be performing this and then go into a squat and then do a lunge and so forth. I don't know if I can do that for like 30 minutes. So a 3-pounder allowed me to do that, and I don't have a short sleeve, but earlier this week I did wear a dress and I did feel like I could see some muscle defining, which you can't see it, but I am certainly starting to feel more tone, which is awesome. Another item that I actually used is my yoga mat. Honestly, this yoga mat is not the best quality, and that's because it's very thin, as you can tell, and when you extend it out, it tends to extend out in like a folded way, and I think I'll insert a clip here. So you kind of have to like lay on it and flatten it for it to actually lay flat. Also, I didn't open my other yoga mats, which is awesome. I just stuck with this one, and little Gizmo decided to chew it. So, although it's just a yoga mat and it's just from Five Below, I was a tad bit sad to see that it was chewed on. Another item that I used is my ball. We were stepping on this on day 2, I think, and I thought this baby was gonna pop. Like, this is being held with this. I did inflate it with a straw, and then I popped this little thing to keep it intact. And yeah, we had to step on this. I got nervous a few times, honestly. I thought it was gonna pop this ball and it was going to explode, but luckily it didn't happen. I also had to lay on it like that. I thought it was gonna fall and probably get some head injury there, but luckily none of that happened. The ball has held and it's still pretty inflated. You will certainly need it if you are doing Pilates by Izzy, which is what I've decided to go with. These are the only items that you will need. The reformer, which I have right here, I honestly have not used it thus far. I do plan on progressing and using a reformer. Okay, so now let's have a good retrospect. What have I learned about Pilates this first week? What are the takeaways? Will I keep doing Pilates for the rest of the 25 days? Yes, I will keep doing Pilates for the rest of the 25 days and onwards. One thing that I have learned about this week on myself is that I certainly want to learn more about cooking. I want to cook more. I want to cook more easy recipes, healthy recipes, of course. Another thing that I learned this week is to appreciate my body. My body is strong, and Pilates is only reinforcing that, because there are multiple times where I'm like, I don't know if I can hold this position long enough. And yeah, this body holds it up. Another thing that I have learned in Pilates is to be in tune with my body. With Pilates, you have to ensure that you have proper form, and because we are moving in certain scenarios that I may not be used to. So being aware of how your body's moving and what is healthy form and what is not, meaning that your knees shouldn't be coming over your toes, because you can hurt your knees, and we all know what can happen from that. Also, your abs have to be sucked in. Your core, I should say, has to be sucked in like a corset. So you have to be very vigilant of your body. So that's something that I have learned, is to be very in tune with my body, which I do love. Another thing that I have learned is that I have 30 minutes to spare, or an hour to spare, or an hour and 30 minutes, or even better, 15 minutes to spare. Meaning that although my day has seemed very hectic and all over the place, I have learned that I can make some time for myself. And especially working from home, I can just get sucked in my work and be like, I am not going to work out today because this work needs to get done, which is not true. It is true, but it's not. It's not true in the fact that there's no time for me to work out, because I have managed to step out of my desk, perform a 15-minute workout, and then return back to my desk. So I have most certainly learned that there is enough time for Pilates or for yourself. So that's another wonderful thing that I have taken away from week 1. Another thing that I have learned about Pilates is to really take the time and slow down. Acknowledge that this is going to be a process, and it's not just a challenge, but potentially a lifestyle. So I have learned to appreciate the way my body is now, and to see the potential of where it's going, and to know that that will come later. But for now, I need to enjoy this moment, the beginner stage, and even then I will enjoy the intermediate stage and the advanced stage. But for now, this is my beginner stage, and I am learning to fall in love with the process, to take the time to slow down and be in tune with my body, and love the way it looks right now, because it will be changing, and it will become stronger, and it will come if I just keep showing up. So those are all the things that I have learned, and the items that you need for your Pilates session. If you are starting your Pilates journey, or you're thinking of starting your Pilates journey, or you want to start your Pilates journey but you don't know if you should give it some time, please, please, please give yourself 25 days, 30 days, a week, 1 day. I don't know about 1 day. Maybe you should give yourself more time. But give yourself that time to try it out, see if you like it. You, like as I mentioned in my previous video, you don't need any of these items. Although they are helpful. If you're a beginner, I would probably recommend for you not to use any of this. Maybe a 1 pounder or a 2 pounder. But if you're 100% a beginner, you've never tried Pilates, body weight is enough. Trust me, your own body is heavy. If you want to try Pilates, please give it a try. I would encourage you to give yourself, after a week, a retrospect of what went well, what could have gone better, and what you will do next. I can't wait for you to have your first week, as I have, and I can't wait for you to experience Pilates for yourself.